spring is here and it's a perfect time to breathe new life into our gardens. Right, Dennis?
Right.
All right, so in this segment, we hope to explore the best flowering plants and seedlings to kick off our gardening season, covering the ideal blooms for color, for fragrance, and of course, Dennis wants easy maintenance.
Oh, yes.
Plus, we'll share some expert tips from our guest, Superintendent of Public Gardens and Zoo, branch of the Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries and Mining. Mike Williams is here to enlighten us on how to get your seedlings off to a strong start. Morning, Mike. How are you?
Morning.
Morning.
It's good to have you. So, this really is an instructional segment for Dennis. He's going to catch up to us because really we're on the same side of the fence, right, Mike?
Okay, yes.
All right,
And
great.
This is not my thing.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm looking to learn this morning.
So let's talk about, the ideal plants that we can get going right now for the spring.
Okay, thank you very much for having me here. So we have a few plants here on set, like the amaryllis lily, that's grown at Syncona Botanical Gardens, the agapanthus, which is the African lily, both the blue and white. That's here. You have the Easter lily, your hydrangeas, which is the give beautiful blooms, easy to maintain, nice fragrance and color. So those are excellent as well.
So here's the thing now, Michael, as we're talking about these things, we have to go point them out because you just said a lot of stuff that meant nothing to Dennis.
Okay.
So who do we have
So-
right here?
So this is basically our African lily. This is basically the agapanthus blue, right? That's a white.
These do well in cold climates. So like if you're going up to the Blue Mountains, you'll see lots of them heading up in the direction of Hollywell.
Excellent.
I noticed that.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Ask him where he got that information.
Where did you get it?
Oh, like 3 minutes ago, Ian was
Yes,
I
yes.
study my book when
That's
I go
good.
to
That's
school.
good. That's good.
And this is Lily. It's coming along. It's coming along.
It's
but
in the young stage.
it will eventually look like this.
Yes, sir. You're correct.
There we go. There we go.
And that's
folks,
the
you know.
amaryllis lily.
The
Amaryllis.
amaryllis lily.
The what, Dennis?
The amaryllis lily.
The
Yes.
amaryllis.
Yes, that's what I said.
The what?
That's what I said.
Say it again.
Amaryllis lily.
All right, great.
Donde está?
And then what do we have here on top? I see that these are...
Oh, so these
Ready for
basically are
transplanting.
nice cabbage seedlings, right? As you know, basically ready for you guys to plant in your backyard garden because we're pushing in terms of sustainable
And we're eating.
lifestyle. So grow what you eat what you grow.
For sure. So you know what's interesting? Because there's one aspect that is the fragrant, the beautiful. We can enjoy the aesthetic of it. But then, as you just mentioned, there's the grow what you eat what you grow.
Yes.
And we can do this in our backyards. We don't need
That's
a
true.
farm to do this.
That's
Obviously,
true.
cabbage is a great option for that. Tell me what else is a good option that I can just grow in a pot in my backyard if I needed to.
Okay, as mentioned, we don't have it here still. We have the hydrangeas you can use still. Also, you can do in terms of mulberry cuttings. Because I brought today some nice mulberry. Basically, they're rich in vitamin C, vitamin K, good for, basically anti-aging properties. So if you want to have that fountain of youth, mulberry is the plant for you.
So this is the plant for me.
Yes, most definitely.
Oh, well, would you look at that?
There you go. All right.
Speaking of the
Bye.
fountain
That's all
of
the time we
youth.
have.
Thanks for joining us here on Sunrise. I ain't never getting old.
I did not know that mulberries were that beneficial,
Yes, they're excellent. Excellent plants. Excellent berries. Right, easy to grow, easy to maintain as well.
Nice, nice. Easy to maintain.
Easy to maintain.
Okay.
Really? And what conditions do these require to grow nicely?
Well, basically full shade, full sun, good drainage, right? So they like the sunlight because they like the water. They're drought tolerant in Jamaica due to climate change, which is good. So these are plants that you can bank on still.
So do you remove some of the bark and
So-
bring it to a position where you can,
Plant it.
yeah.
Okay, so definitely.
Let's see how we do it.
So for this session, I'm going to ask you guys to basically do the cuttings. So cuttings is basically 6 to 8 inches apart,
Okay.
right? And you try to see if you have the nodes, which is these are the little eyes.
Right.
So basically you want at least 2 nodes. So you basically do your cutting right here.
Okay.
And basically we have the 50 cell tray. You can place it in. So I'm going to make the nice soil mix. In the meanwhile, you guys can do the cuttings, right? So the first thing is basically to always sanitize.
Even your cutting shears?
This is your, yes, you have to
Really?
sanitize because you don't want any,
To transplant anything to the plants?
Yes, any pest and disease. So you keep everything clean.
Ah, look at that. There's a tip right there.
Yes. Michael, I didn't know that, you know.
Yes, so
So what
sanitation is
what do
everything.
you use to sanitize?
It's alcohol.
Okay.
Alcohol solution.
Oh.
Basically, we have the body knife. So preferably use the secateur or the roll cut. It's safer. So you can
Okay.
make the cuttings
As in
while
you
I
cut
prepare the soil.
2 inches above the node? As in,
You want about
what?
2 nodes.
Two. So
and then
you
go
need
up
at least
about-
2 nodes.
Okay.
1, 2.
Yeah.
Yes, so you cut as close as possible. Right there. Yes, here's good. Excellent.
There you go.
And this is for the same thing? This knife does
So,
the same thing?
so it
No,
does the
this
same
is
thing,
gonna-
but it's better using,
Safer?
safer
So you're
using
telling me you don't
secateur.
trust me?
Not saying that still, not saying that, not saying that.
But this is an option as well.
It's
But
an
we're going to go
option.
with the cutting scissors for
Yes, it's basically secateur or roll cut.
now. Okay. All right. And then I'm going to cut one as well. Thank you, Dennis. 2 nodes up. 1
1,
node
2.
here. Does it matter if you cut it straight across or at an angle, Michael?
You preferably want to cut at 45 degrees angle.
Darn it. Good job, Dennis.
There we go.
Okay.
I passed agricultural science.
Well done. There we go. Okay, and then what makes you know you have a good soil mix?
Okay, so your good soil mix basically should be something rich in organic matter.
Okay.
Right, broken down manure, compost. So that is something that allows excellent drainage for your plant.
Dennis, do you do composting?
No, I do composing.
You know, we can all do composting. We should get into that, don't
We
you,
should,
Michael?
we
really
should.
should get into composting.
Yes, most definitely, most definitely.
Good morning, Patria K. I know Patria K loves to do composting.
So this is basically clean, because what you have here is basically nice growth medium, rich in compost, in organic matter for the plants. So once the plants sprout, the plants will get all its nitrogen.
The soil smells rich. Yeah. It smells awesome. There we go. He's
So
filling-
you can insert, once I'm through, you can insert your cuttings in the center of this 50 cell tray.
And so the Ministry of Agriculture is encouraging persons to get involved in this. Why is it so important for us to be considering, you know, this kind of activity?
It is important because, as you know, food security is so vital to our economy. In terms of persons, we should be self-sufficient in providing at least some of what we're putting in our diet. And we have more control, or basically trust what we are basically growing in our
Yes,
backyard. So
yeah.
that's good. So we can use our organic pesticides to basically
Absolutely.
assist our health. All
So
right.
now we just stick this into the soil.
So basically, I'll just do a demonstration.
Okay.
So basically, I use my small finger right here, here.
Just kind of poke a hole.
Poke a hole, just like that.
Okay.
And you can put your cuttings right inside.
And do we need to bring it back together? Do we need to close it up or not?
Yes,
really?
after,
You do?
after.
Okay. So then I will stick them and then you can close it up.
All right. There you go.
And then Michael, so we're doing this for the mulberry. So ideally, do you want it to? It's easier to start it like this instead of just putting it directly into the
Yes,
ground?
it's better. Because what we do is basically set these like this in a nursery,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
And you'll have them for basically a few weeks until they develop their roots.
How long do the root systems take to develop?
On average, in favorable condition, it should be 3 to 4 weeks. But basically, you monitor as you go along.
And then how big of a tree are we talking about when we're referring to the mulberry?
Okay, so it depends on the variety of mulberry. Some mulberry goes to basically 5 feet, 8 feet. But once you basically do your pruning, you know, you can manage your growth.
Oh, I want a mulberry tree in my backyard. This nicey.
Yes.
And again, he said it requires full sun,
Full sun.
good drainage, and is drought resistant.
Yes,
as
it's
well.
drought tolerant.
Oh, drought tolerant. Uh-huh.
And it's a rich source of vitamin C, vitamin K, antioxidant, something that persons should eat.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then where do I get my seedlings? Or not even just the mulberry seedlings, but any other seedlings that I would love to collect?
So seedlings, basically, you can purchase them from the Ministry of Agriculture's nursery, a public gardens nursery in Kingston. So we have a variety of ornamentals and also edible seedbed fruit trees, medicinal plants as well. And you can get your compost and soil mix at the public gardens and zoo branch for $800 per bag.
Oh, that's excellent. That's excellent. So we're really going to just grow what we're eating, Dennis.
Absolutely.
Oh, I gave too many nodes on this one.
I would like
This one has
that
a
one.
third node.
Yes.
Just go ahead. That's
Can
okay.
plant it still.
Okay.
Supposing that we'll see some monkeys chasing weasels in the backyard.
This is very cool. Very cool.
There you go.
And then where do I come? Where do I head, he said? Just get any of these things and make my purchases?
Well, basically, we are at the Hope Gardens Complex, Ministry of Agriculture and Fisheries. Yes.
And that is the Hope Road entrance.
Yes, the Hope Road entrance.
All right. Sounds great. Well, our guest has been Michael Williams, Superintendent of Public Gardens and Zoo Branch at the Ministry of Agriculture and Fisheries and Mining. TK is on standby with your morning news, so please stay with us right here on Sunrise. Dennis, yours.